And maybe start with long legs and lift up your hips so that your tailbone feels long, so you can feel like these hip bones come up just a little bit, and settle your shoulders down so your shoulder blades are right underneath you and your collarbone's broad, your arm bones in the socket, and drop back towards the mat. You can see where your arms feel comfortable. They may feel the most comfortable right down by your side, or you could see if they feel comfortable teed or in a cactus, whatever feels good today. And for starters, just really relax your legs so your legs can kind of, you don't have to hug into the midline at all. Like you can just sort of let them be where they are, and let your feet be relaxed. Come into our breath. Just notice the natural in and out of your breath. I'm going to add some detail, but just first with how your breath feels right now. So as I've done occasionally, I want to deepen the conversation of about breath today. So you can consider that your nose is how the air comes in, and may or may not be how the air goes out, right? So you may exhale through your nostrils, or you may open your mouth and exhale through your mouth. And that's up to you. So in any case, though, with closed lips, you would inhale through your nostrils. And just notice how the air comes in, right? So you might first feel air in your lungs. You might first feel that expansion of your rib cage. So focus on those sensations first. And then as you deepen your breath, you can feel the inhalation of filling the lungs and the rib cage, but then also let the belly fill. And as you go, see if you can deepen and just start to really fill into the lower belly, right? So here are my hip bones. So I sort of define this as the lower belly, down into that whole transverse abdominis area. You can even put your hand here and see how much can you elevate the hand on an inhalation. So I'm really trying to connect our instincts with our breath from our nose all the way down to our pelvic floor. So now we're going to start to talk about Mula Bandha, and there's two aspects to this, and I kind of learned one aspect, and then I finally learned the second aspect. And the second aspect I think is really interesting, and that is that when you inhale, you can, in your mind's eye, imagine that you're inhaling right from the root of you, right? So right from the lowest part of you, you can imagine that you're inhaling, right? And this works if you're female or if you're male, right? So try that for me again. So you're going to inhale through your nostrils, but feel too like when you draw the air in, you're drawing the air in from this lower region too. Just do that a few times and see how that feels. You can get used to that idea. Now, we are not literally inhaling from our root, right? The air is still coming in through our nose. But could you feel kind of like, I end up feeling kind of like this openness, this just awareness, which is useful, okay? So that's what you want to hold on to. Now I'm going to start to talk about the exhale, which is the second part of Mula Bandha that I learned first. And that is, on the exhale, if you could, kind of from that same region, really draw up the pelvic floor. And then as your diaphragm draws back up under your ribs, as your belly draws in, as the air empties, right, and your lungs empty, and the air has come out. So let's work on that. So nice deep inhalation. And then this pelvic tilt lifts, and then slowly the air gets all pushed out, right? And go again. Have that Mula Bandha awareness. On the inhalation, you're open in the root. On the exhalation, you're drawing up and keep going. All right, relax and just breathe naturally. So I just love to connect the pelvic floor to the core, to the whole breath system, because I think it leads us to feeling stronger in the whole torso region, right? Because the strength is starting in the pelvic floor. And similarly, so I asked you to relax your legs. Similarly, if you squeeze your glutes in and then take your toes up in the air, right? So let me show you from the side. So here I am, I'm relaxed. We move back. So here I am, I'm relaxed. So the feet are just, now I'm going to draw my glute in and see how it brings my toes up. Relax again. Draw your glute in, bring your toes up. So I was similarly arguing that the whole glute system, which is back and side here, also contributes to the strength of our core. And then our psoas, which is a prime supporter of our spine that goes from T12 down and connects to our femur, is the front part of that system, right? So it all works together. Now let's get moving. Slide your feet in as close to your body as is comfortable for you. So I've got mine under my knees. You might be a little further out, and that is okay. So wherever it's comfortable, arms down by your side. And we're going to bridge, but we're going to bridge with an added little motion here today. And that is this. I'd like you to lift up your toes and foot, and then put it back down, press, and then push yourself up into bridge and come back down. We'll add the breath. Let's exhale. Push down, keep exhaling. And inhaling, come down. If that's too long of an exhale, you can breathe normally, and you can start the exhale when you put your foot down. Do what works for you. And let's add one more element. So here's exhale, push all the way up. Once you're up, see if you can lift your heels at the top. And then inhale and come all the way down. So moving your foot position. Roll up if you can. Do what works for you. Couple more times. Last time coming down. Hug the knees in. Again, your knees are as close as it's comfortable for you. Rock your sacrum. All right, so we've got this core focus day today. And all that information we talked about with your breath, you're going to continue to use as we were. So we're going to add the challenge of tabletopping our legs. So put your hands on your thighs and take your thighs perpendicular, right? So they're perpendicular to the floor. And then you're going to lift your calves parallel to the floor. So you've made two 90-degree angles. And you can feel, oh, TVA is holding me here, right? So it's a lot of work in the real lower abdominal area to hold me here. So just inhale comfortably and exhale here. Just be here. And my lumbar spine does have its curve. I'm not tucked down into the floor, right? So this is what I look like tucked. I've got a natural curve with my lumbar spine, right? I know again, this baggy flowy pants on today. You can see that perpendicular. Okay, good. So now let us inhale. And when we exhale, just drop your right toe. Inhale back up. Exhale, drop your left toe. And that's all that's going to happen first. Use the breath. Keep it going 2 more times, like that. Take a break by hugging in, right? Release everything, rock your seat. And when you release, find yourself right back in that 9th degree, and we're going to add something, right? So now what we're going to add is, as you drop your right toe, you're lifting your left leg, and maybe you lift it a little bit, maybe you come all the way to straight. That's individual, right? You're back here. And then we're going to add one more thing. So take a little break. Let's make it a little bird doggy. So tee your arms out to the side. So to make it a little bird doggy, so you're going to drop your right toe, lift your right arm, lift your left leg. See if I can remember if that's what we're doing. 2 more times. I feel like I'm going to get lost. All right, hug in, hug in, hug in. So we're going to find all kinds of ways to really activate the core. So we're next going to just come around, roll around, and we're going to come around to an all-4 position next, where you've got hands underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. And if you need to be on fists, you can be on fists here. So settle your shoulders. Arm bones are in the socket. Shoulder blades are on your back. Neck is in line with your spine. And your spine is really long. Tailbone is long, right? So I said knees are underneath your hips. So this is a very neutral position. We're going to take ourselves through cat and cow, which is going to roll us through our core, roll us through our spine. So let us take it with the breath, right? So let's inhale. So the belly is going to drop and fill. The pelvis is going to lift. The shoulders are going to pull back. The head is going to come up. Here's the top of the cow, as rich as you can. Inhale. Scooping. The pelvis is going to drop. The head is going to drop. The upper body is going to curve. The belly is drawing all the way up and in. And then go through the motion again. So you want to find what your comfortable end point is for the gesture. Where's the top of your cow? And where's the top of your cat? Both sides. Excellent. Slide yourself back to child's pose. I like to separate my knees and pull my feet together and slide on back. You may or may not be as low as I am. That's okay. Be in a comfortable child's pose for you. Perhaps your forehead can come down on the mat. Inhale back up to this all fours position. I did mention at the beginning that this is kind of purposely a propolis, like some mat only practice today. So let's get into some bird dogging nist. So you want a really neutral spine. So once again, those arm bones are in the arm socket. The shoulder blades are on your back. And you're going to draw your glutes and core in to be really supported in the torso so that you can inhale left arm, right leg in line with the body and exhale and come back in. And inhale second side and exhale in. We're going to warm up with 3 just like this. We're going to build up to the bird dog crunch. So wiggle and waggle around a little bit. Now we're going to bird dog crunch, which means we're going to stay on the same side. That's the easiest way to do it. And you can watch me for 1. I'm going to inhale, right arm, left leg. Then when I exhale, my elbow and knee come together and I really come into this cat-like shape on the exhale. And then I inhale and stretch and exhale in. There's your bird dog crunch. One more time. Inhale to stretch it out. Exhale, come back. Maybe there's a little wiggling and waggling before you come to your second side. Reassert your strong position, active glute and core. Inhale, second side. Exhale, crunch it. It's finished. Rock, 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 rock. Very good. Now, actually slide back to another child pose, which we're going to build some strength here. So slide back to a child pose. Inhale, come back up. Tuck your toes and sort of feel strong in the arms and feel like your toes can hold up your hips, right? So we're actually going to do, we're going to build into down. We're aiming for downward facing dog, but we're going to build it with a little bear first. Okay, so we're going to do a little bear hold and then come up to dog. And we're going to sort of just play with some flow here. So have faith, we're going to be okay. So what bear looks like, and I do have these baggy pants, but what you want to do is your toes are, you want to just lift your knees rather than going all the way up to dog. You're just going to lift your knees slightly off the floor. So see, I'm sort of so pretty low to the floor, but slightly off the floor. Just breathe here. All right, and then push yourself up into your downward facing dog and go ahead and pedal here. Relax. So dog in some ways, I mean, dog is certainly an active pose, but in some ways it can be kind of a little child pose like when it's in between some other action. So after you're happy pedaling, go ahead and plant your feet, lift your hips back, and inhale and exhale. And see if you can inhale from your root and exhale, scooping that pelvic floor. And one more time. Exhale and scoop. And inhale again. And then exhale and drop to your bear. Inhale up into your dog and exhale. Inhale your right leg up somewhat. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, bring it down. Let's alternate that a couple more times. Inhale in your dog. Exhale, drop to last bear. Put your knees down. Take your elbows out in front of you. Clasp your hands. Coming into a dolphin shape. Keep your toes tucked. And now inhale and lift your hips. And you're in dolphin. You're in this inversion pose. Let's breathe here. Hips are elevated. Core is supporting that elevation as our glutes. All right, bring the knees down. Now I'm going to invite you to just take yourself prone just by sliding into it, right? Nothing fancier than that. And let's have our arms up above us. So the shoulders are drawn down, right? So you're not elevating your shoulders to your ears. Your shoulders are drawn down, but your arms are up above you. And your legs are stretched out. And hug your glutes in so your heels rub in the air. And we're going to inhale up into Superman, upper body, lower body at the same time into like a Superman shape, if you can picture Superman flying. Okay, so inhale on the ground. And exhale on the ground. Then inhale, lift yourself up, however high it is for you. And then exhale, come on down. We'll keep going a few more times. One more time. Come on down. Now, put your hands underneath your shoulders and tuck your toes. You have options here. You may push back to all fours, or you could push through plank to down dog. We're aiming for down dog, so you can do it in 2 steps or 1.5 steps, however you want to get there, right? So whatever it is for you, inhale yourself on up and meet us up in down dog. Exhale here. Inhale. And exhale. Up on your tippy toes and exhale and walk forward into a forward fold. So you're hinged at the hip, bent at the knee, bent at the ankle, head is hanging down. Inhale here. Exhale here. Then inhale for a half lift. Exhale. Inhale, reverse swan dive. All the way up. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. And then inhale, just take a break. Build a standing series. All right, so standing at the front, so stand hip width, right? So your feet are underneath your hips. Stand hip width apart at the front of your mat. Hanging your arms down. Let's inhale and grow taller. Then when you exhale, let's step the right foot back into a crescent, high crescent lunge position. So you're on the ball of the right foot, the front left knee is bent and stacked over the ankle. And inhale your arms up. And then exhale, and we're gonna bow forward. So exhale to bow. And inhale to come back up. Stay solid on your feet, solid on your base, solid in your porch. And now we're going to take it into a revolve pose. So you're going to exhale to bow forward and then land your right hand and turn towards your left side. Open your left arm through here. And then inhale to take yourself up. And then exhale and settle your back heel down and settle into warrior two. So the whole upper body is lined up with the long edge of your mat. Your hips are comfortably wherever they are. And you're looking out over your front hand, left hand. Inhale here. And exhale here. Feel strong in the glutes, strong in the core, elevated in the chest. Inhale. Then exhale, reverse your warrior. So the left arm comes up, the right arm drops. Inhale, arms up. Let's exhale over into triangle. So the front leg straightens and you come down. You land on your leg wherever you land. Look up at your top arm. Breathe here. Inhale to come up and exhale to reverse. Inhale, arms up and exhale to step out. Shake that out. Get ready for your second side. Inhale, tall. Exhale, slide the left foot back. Same position, ball of left foot, right knee stacked over ankle. Inhale, arms up. We're going to bow for 3. Exhale. Next bow is the revolve. So bow and turn towards the thigh. Inhale to take yourself up. And exhale, settle yourself into warrior two, side 2. Inhale, stronger exhale. Inhale. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, arms up, straighten leg, exhale over into triangle. Inhale, arms up, exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, arms up, exhale, and just step out. Take a little break. We'll be adding on. Inhale, taller, inhale, tall, front of mat. Exhale, step right into your reverse warrior. Inhale, arms up. Let's exhale over into this very low triangle. Inhale, back up and add on. So inhale, arms up. And exhale over into this very high triangle. So this leg is straight and you're in this very high triangle, all right? And then inhale back up and just go in and out of this high triangle like this. One more time, take it down and then inhale up and then exhale, reverse your warrior, rebend the knee. Now I'm going to skate to side 2. So inhale, arms up if you haven't done this with me before. And exhale, sort of push your hands out over the edge of your mat. And then you're going to just change your feet to the second side. Inhale up and exhale, you're in reverse warrior on your second side. Inhale, arms up, straighten the leg as you reach up and over into your triangle. Cycle breath here. Inhale up, exhale, Reverse your warrior. Inhale, arms up, straighten the leg. Exhale, to this very high triangle. Inhale, exhale. Strong on both legs, strong in the glutes, strong in the core. One more time, inhale up, exhale. Inhale up, exhale, reverse your warrior, rebend the knee. Inhale, arms up. Let's skate back to side one. Inhale up, exhale. We will build on. Inhale, arms up, straighten the leg. You've got to exhale over all the way, top of the pose, all the way into triangle. Inhale up, exhale to reverse. Inhale up, exhale to this very high. Inhale back up. Now, inhale up. Now we're going to take ourselves over into a very high half moon. So sometimes we do half moon on a block and come all the way down to the ground, or our hand can come all the way down to the ground. But I want a really high half moon today. So inhale here. So exhale, so take your weight over into your left leg, and then you're trying to lift your right foot off the ground and come a little bit over, and you're trying to really open the whole body to the front of the row, right? So very high move. Just step it back, exhale. Inhale up, let's exhale and skate to the second side, skate yourself around, change the feet. Inhale up, exhale. Beginning again. So inhale, straighten the leg, exhale, here's your triangle. Inhale up, exhale to reverse it. Inhale, arms up, straighten the leg, exhale, here's your high triangle. Inhale, back up, rebend the knee, exhale, reversing the warrior. Inhale, arms up, now taking the weight into the right foot, taking yourself up and over into this very high half moon. All right, good. And then inhale and exhale, reverse it. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, and just skate me back to the front first position, and then just let go of everything. And I will consult my timer. Okay, so that was kind of fun. Let us stand hip width apart, and then I'm going to turn because I'm going to take you into chair. So I want you to see my chair pose from the side angle. So inhale nice and tall, and exhale, put your hands in front of your heart, Anjali Mudra, and exhale nice and tall. Then inhale taller, exhale, sink into your chair. So your chair could be here, could be here, could be here, could be here, right? So you're going to take the chair that you like, inhale here, exhale, turn to the right, inhale center, exhale, turn to the left. And inhale to center and exhale center all the way up. We're going to do we've done some oblique work. We're going to add some oblique work right now. So I like to do this with my feet right next to each other. But you might be more comfortable a little separated, right? So this might be this is harder to balance here than here. So do what feels good to you. And then put your palms together. They're right up overhead. And you can watch me for once. I'm going to inhale, I'm going to exhale and drop to the side. Inhale and exhale and drop to the other side. So it's a little bit like that high triangle, but with the legs in a different position. And we can do like a quick Kapalabhati breath. So see how you feel. You go as fast or as slow as suits you. Inhale. You don't have to match me. Do you? Oh, take a break. Shake that out. Too much. All right. Let's come to the front of the mat. Inhale nice and tall. And exhale nice. Inhale, arms up, maybe a little back bend here. Exhale, forward fold. Everything drops. Neck is and hips super heavy down here. Few extra cycles of breath. Here you can even sway from side to side, relaxing the whole system. And then inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Put your hands down, take your knees down. And we'll come around for Dandasana. I love this pose. So nice and tall. We haven't sat much today. So when you sit up nice and tall, your shoulders are right over your hips, right? So you're not kind of leaning forward and you're not sort of in something kind of like this, ideally, you're like this. And reach out your arms, shoulder height, shoulder width, and have your fingers be long and flex your feet. And then switch, flex your hands, point your feet. Releasing ankles and wrists that have done a lot for us today. All right, so in the as sort of our last sort of peak posy moving stuff, let's play with side plank. And I'm going to show you the 3 variations of how you can do side plank. So there's 2 supported versions and then 1 full version of it. So let's do that. So let's start off by coming up onto our knees. And sort of, you're standing up nice and tall, right? So engaged core, engaged glutes, so you're right here, really supported. And what you want to do is take 1 foot out. So I've taken my right leg out. I'm not mirroring you. Left knee is here. And then I'm going to drop down onto my left hand. When I do that, I'm really pulling my shoulder blade underneath my armpit to really support me here. And I can take this arm up in the air. And here's a supported side plank. So you're in a side plank, but you're on a knee. And if you wanted to make this harder, you could lift this leg, right? But this is the first version of supported side plank. The second version of supported side plank, you want to take this top leg in front of you and put this foot kind of in the center of the mat. And then you're going to take the bottom leg out, straight out behind you. So here's the second way to do a supported side plank. Shoulder blade is still under your armpit, right? So you feel you're supported, right? And then you're on your way, you see it. Here's full side plank. All right, so come out of all of that. So what you're going to do is pick the pose that suits you. So supported number 1, supported number 2, or full side plank. And then we'll stay in the pose for 6 breaths, right? We'll hold the pose for 6 breaths. Yeah. So you pick, you do you pick you. I'll show you one more thing too, is if you're in this full position, if one foot's in front of the other, it's a little bit easier than if your feet are stacked. So that's one more thing. All right, come out of it. Take a break. Maybe your break is a little child's pose. All right, getting ready for your second side. So there may be reasons why on your second side you're going to change which position you take, or second or third position. So you do you pick you test and adjust as you need to. And come into the position. So that is your side plank. And we didn't do any full plank today, right? And one option you can also do is full plank and open to side plank. That's another thing that you can play with. So right now, let us come back to all fours. And let's spend a little more time in this bird dog position, because this is such a fantastic strengthener, particularly for the lower back, the back of the core, as well as the side and the front of the core, but particularly the back of the core gets really strong in bird dog. So we're gonna do a bird dog clock. I'll show it to you from this angle first. So keep both hands on the ground and just inhale your right leg up. So you want to you want to sort of swing your leg back and forth with no movement in the torso, like you were a big grandfather clock. So that's what you're aiming for. And if this is comfortable, just do this. If you want a little more work, you can raise the opposite arm and sort of do the same thing with the arm. So if you want to do both, you can do both. If you want to just do the leg, just do the leg. It's a lot of work. Couple more times. Everything comes in, wiggle around. Let's build it again the same way. So really solid arms, solid torso. Stretch the left leg out and just tick-tock that with the right arm down. Really engaged core and glutes. And then when you're good, you can add the arm. If you want to add the arm, you don't have to add the arm. All right, come in and relax. Let's come around to supine. And we got some more to do here. So let's come on down. Nice and comfortable. And stretch out your legs. Let's have a few cycles of breath where we return to that notion of when we inhale through your nose and your lower region. And then when you exhale, pull up from your pelvic floor. One more time. Now you might have remembered that some of the time as we were working, but maybe not, because there was a lot going on. So let's do an exercise, a pose I call core hover, but it's another core activator. So what's going to happen is bring in your right knee and grab onto it either underneath or on top. I like to grab here. Some people like to grab on top. So you're really holding this knee in, so this is going to go nowhere. Take your left hand and put it behind your head and flex your left toes. Then you're going to use your core to lift your head. So your hand is supporting you, but your core is really helping hold your head up and looking at your toes. And then you're just going to lift that heel off the ground, barely off the ground, and you're going to hover and hold it like that. Right, put the head down, put the heel down. Stretch the right leg out, relax completely. Second side, the left knee comes in, the left hand grabs it, wherever you like to grab it. Right hand behind the head, flex the right toes. Core lifts up your head, right? Your hand is cupping, but your core is lifting your head up. Then take that heel off the ground and hold like this. Everything comes down and stretch out and relax and breathe. All right. Let us do reclined tree today for our twist. So both of your legs are long. And to come into reclined tree, what you want to do is slide your right foot up your leg and drop the knee open, right? So you're externally rotating the knee, and then you can, and then land your thigh way up on your, your foot way up on your thigh, right? Even if you don't do this when you're standing, you can do this reclined. Both hips stay on the floor, right? You don't want your right hip to roll up and over. But relax the right leg completely. Just come into your breath here. Pine tree. Start here, then we'll just take it into a twist. So now lift your left knee, put your left foot on the ground, take your right arm in the air so you can put it on your left knee. Take your left knee over, let your whole lower body roll over to the right. Keep your left arm teed out. In an ideal world, you're inviting the left shoulder to stay down, right? It might come up a little bit, but you're inviting it to stay down. Turn your head to complete the spinal twist and look out over your left arm, and we'll gently roll your head back to center and let your right leg come back. Stretch your legs out. Have a moment where you're just stretched out and breathe. We'll get ready for side two. So sliding the right leg up, externally rotating the right leg, meet foot to thigh at the top, keep both hips on the ground and breathe here. Left arm comes up so you can push on the knee. Push the right knee over to the left. Right arm teed out. Roll your head around so you're inviting the right shoulder down if you're able to. Nice complete spinal twist with the turn ahead. Bring it back to center. Let your leg come back. Stretch up, breathe for a moment. And group of these and go ahead for a happy baby, or any final movement that you feel like taking. We invite ourselves into Savant. When you feel ready, you can lengthen your legs. If your room's cool, you might want to put on a sweatshirt, or you can pull a blanket over. Want you to be comfortable. Drop your arms down by your side, arms up. Should invite the shoulders to drop into the arm socket, broaden the collarbone. And into your breath. Once again, that deep Mula Bandha, inhaling through your root, as well as your nose. Exhaling, drawing out. Be nice and easy. Soften as much as you want to soften to invite yourself into your restful spot. Pay attention to what part of you is sending you sensation today. Is it your lower back? Is it your sides? Something with the different knee. Part of your body is just making you aware of sensation. But equally, what part of your body has no sensation or virtually no sensation? Kind of in your mind's eye, sort of pull from where you have sensation towards where you don't have sensation and vice versa. It's like a crossing. Stay quiet for a few more moments for some help. And wrists and ankles. And then let you stretch the whole body here. So you'll take your best approach to coming to a seat. You might roll to one side, or you could rock. So you're going to take what serves you today. And come into a cross-legged seat, easy seat. Same thing with having the shoulders hover over the hips. And nice engaged core and glutes and chest, holding you up, relaxed head on top. Hands on your knees, palms down. Ooh, palms up. Let's come into our breath again. Your nostrils. Share 3 final breaths together. Open your mouth and really sigh it out. Really relax the core on that side, hard-working core. Thank you for joining me for this core focus practice today. Lots of enjoyment and detail in there. Next week, we are going to kind of do the related partner thing and have more of a kind of a glute hip focus as we come into next week.